What's up, all you moto fanatics? Dino here with Dino Motor Reviews. Welcome back to the channel if you guys are returning. If you guys are new to this channel, well, I'm super glad to have you with me. Welcome to Dino Motor Reviews. Now, if you are returning to this channel, you'll notice we're in a completely different location. We're actually upstairs in my office, just above the garage where it's 98 degrees, staying nice and cool up here. And with that being said, guys, today's video is going to be my very first video that I ever did before I got the YouTube channel up and running. This is going to be my review on the Fox Instinct boot, and this is their first generation that they came out with. They have updated their boot a little bit, and they also have the Motion boot as well. But we're going to give you my honest opinion on the first generation Fox Instinct boot. This is what has made me stay clear of Fox ever since. And I hope you guys enjoy this video, and it's coming at you right now. So as promised, guys, we're going to jump into the first generation Fox Instinct boot. This particular boot came out in 2016. It was called the Seca Limited Edition boot. It was worn by Ken Roczen at the 2016 Glen Helen round, where he went 4-1 on the day, finishing second to Ryan Dungey that day, and then would go on at the end of the 2016 MX season to be the champion over Eli Tomac. So Fox always had really good riders, always had the top, like Ricky Carmichael, Ryan Dungey, and Ken Roczen, just to name a few. And they always had the really cool colorways, you know. So it was something that attracted me to Fox at a very young age. I always liked the look. I liked the logo. I loved everything about Fox. I am going to apologize for the way this video is filmed. This was my very first video, and I wasn't sure if I wanted people to see my face or not. So, because I'm kind of a shy person, and so I filmed it like this. So I apologize for it. It was poor filming on my part. But I still wanted to do a review on this. It's something that I used, and if you guys are looking at the Fox Instinct, these are just things that I would take into consideration moving forward. So I'm going to kind of talk about why I was drawn to these boots. I was drawn to them because of the interface with the bike and really good foot peg feel. That was what everybody raved about on the reviews. So that's what attracted me to this boot, and there was very little break-in time. I was running the Alpinestar Tech 8s, took forever to break in. And the buckles were really hard because they had changed their buckle design at some point. So you either had to hit them shut with a hammer and then pry them apart with a screwdriver, even if they weren't muddy. And if they were muddy, good luck. So with that being said, I was interested in these boots. I finally got a chance to purchase them. These ones were about $320 at the time. I got them off of eBay. They went on sale because Fox was just doing a ton of different colorways. It seemed like every 2 months there was a big release of colorways and limited edition boots. So I ended up picking these up for about $320, and I was pretty excited about my purchase. Hard thing is, I like black or white. Easy to match all different gear sets. This is a difficult color to try to match unless you're doing blue or this light blue. I'm a black and white guy, so it was kind of tough matching gear. I like to match when I ride for some reason. That's just me. But anyways, I digress on that. So what I liked about these boots, and I'm gonna be straight up honest with you guys. I love the fact that these had a low footbed. I knew exactly where I was at on my foot pegs. I knew exactly where my brake lever was for my rear brake, and I knew where my shift lever was at. I knew it, just awesome foot peg feel. So knew exactly where I was at. Loved that about these boots. They were also a pretty comfortable boot. I liked the fact that when I got off the bike and was just walking around, they were comfortable. I didn't have to waddle because the boots were so stiff, like my Alpinestar Tech 8s. So I love that about them. There was zero break-in time. These things were ready right out of the box. They were, wore them a little bit, rode in them, and from the first minute on the bike, it's like, man, I could wear these all the time. I wish boots were all like this. But there's always a caveat to that, right? So we'll get into that here in a little bit. The other thing that I really liked, I loved the grip from these boots. So we're going to turn the boot here, And there's a nice wide profile with this Duratac material. And I love that because it gave me great grip against the bike, really good interface. You knew exactly, even on wet and muddy conditions, you had really good grip. This Duratac material was amazing. I really like that. It went from, the top of the boot all the way down into the ankle. That was really nice. So I'm really happy with that. Yeah, those were the things that I liked about the boot. Now we're going to kind of get into stuff that has made me stay clear from Fox. I had a really difficult time getting the size. So the sizing was not true to size for me. I had to go up a boot size. I had to go to a size 11. I normally wear 10 to 10 and a half. But with these, because they were so narrow in the toe box, I had to go up a size. And the other fact of this was that they were too narrow, even with the size 11, because I would have to take the bottom buckle off because it would get so tight around my foot, I'd get a cramp in my right foot particularly. And my right foot's a little bit wider than my left, not by much, but it was just enough that I noticed it. And if I did a really long ride, it was really tough to do. I had to take that bottom buckle and undo it several times on the ride. So that was something I wasn't too fond of. If I was doing like a motocross race, which out here is like 5 to 10 laps max, I was okay with that because you're going to take your boots off anyways. So the other thing that I had a really hard time with was the buckles. So as you can see, the buckle's really short. It's kind of hard and cumbersome to get off, especially when they would get muddy. It was really hard. So at the same time, they were a little bit better than the Alpinestars Tech 8s that I was running. Another thing that I had difficulty with the buckles was the fact that this Allen bolt here on the buckle was, all of them were loose. So they all came out and backed out at different times, and the boot would start getting loose and it felt like it was going to fall off your foot while you were riding. Not a good feeling, especially if you're racing. And I had to Loctite every single one of them in. After I did that, they worked just fine. No issues there. As you can see, this one's missing the top buckle, and it was not from a major crash. It was from a minor tip over. Broke the buckle right off, so I felt like they were pretty frail. Wasn't real happy about that. I don't think buckles should break, especially when you're charging $550 to $600 for a set of boots. I don't feel like my boots should break. So that was an issue for me. Was not real happy about that at all. And now we're going to talk about the soles a little bit. So this chunked out. I don't run super sharp foot pegs. I'm not typically hard on boots. The sole chunked out, and this is probably from kick-starting the bike. I had a bike that the valves were out of adjustment, and I would kick and kick and kick. This was on the Honda. So if you guys have followed this channel for any period of time, you know that the 2005 Honda CRF 450, it needed a valve adjustment originally when I first bought it. Once we got it in, it was fine, but this was before we got the valve adjustment done. And it's probably from hitting the edge of the foot pegs, but the boot still chunked out. I don't feel like a $550 pair of boots should chunk out at all. So durability was, and these have about 30 hours on them, guys. So this isn't a very long period of time that I ran these. I didn't get a lot of ride time in these boots when I had bought them. Life got busy. I took 2 years off of riding. So with that being said, there was minimal time on these. Where my Alpinestars Tech 8s, I rode for a very, very long time in those boots, and they never chunked out. So, and the soles were still about the same as when I purchased them, and I ran those for about 7 years. So as you can see, I'm just showing the shift lever side or the left boot. It's perfectly fine. But I don't feel like boots should chunk out, and I felt like the durability factor. So when you're coming out with boots, as much as Fox was at the time in different colorways, and you're pumping them out super fast, I feel like quality just kind of went down, and they were getting a lot of cool colorways out and charging an immense amount for these. Felt like they were very cheaply made, and this is what's made me stay clear from Fox. That is my honest opinion about the Fox Instinct, guys. If you're going to go with these, they probably have updated them. I know they updated the sizing, so they have half sizes now to accommodate more foot styles. I did try on the second generation; they fit a little bit better. But yeah, that's my honest opinion about these things. I'm probably not going to ever buy Fox again, just because of that. If I get a chance to try out the second generation, I'll let you guys know. If you guys got any questions, comments, concerns, put them down in the comment section below, and I'll try to get back to them as soon as I can. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. So hope to see you guys on the next one. As always, guys, I'm out. Ride safe. Hey, all you moto fanatics. Thank you for watching the full video. I greatly appreciate it. And if you like that video and you like what we're doing on this channel, give us a thumbs up and then click subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. It just helps out the channel, helps motivate me to do more in the future for you guys. And if you guys got any questions, comments, concerns, please put them down in the comment section below. I'll try to get back to them as soon as I can. And as always, guys, have fun and ride safe.